Welcome into Rover Sports. I wanted to talk about this storyline, probably my last video of the night, and I look at the Denver Broncos and I forgot about one special quarterback that I actually have a little bit of trust in. And now, the exciting part about this season is if Case Keenum sucks, a guy I'm so excited to watch in the preseason is Swag Kelly, a.k.a. Chad Kelly. I cannot wait to see Chad Kelly play, because at Ole Miss, he was a guy that would throw back shoulder fades. He'd hit Evan Ingram up the sideline. He'd hit Van Jefferson, A.J. Brown. I mean, he was a guy in the Hugh Freeze offense that was so exciting. And out of Buffalo, he is a big-time talent. Now, he did have his mental concerns. At times, his drop back was slow, but this guy has elite arm strength. He throws with anticipation. He can be a big-time star. And if Trevor Siemian was a 7th-round draft pick, then you better believe that Chad Kelly, with a year of maturity, can really compete for the starting job. I mean, this is a really exciting trend to look at. Chad Kelly was back today after missing last year, I think, with an ACL tear. He was back at rookie minicamp today in Denver, in Colorado. How exciting. And he was with Bradley Chubb. He's getting all the first-team reps. Right now, it's Case Keenum. It's Case Keenum in Denver, and then fighting for the backup slot in Denver. I know that we have Chad Kelly. We also have another quarterback on that roster. I think it's not Brock Osweiler, it's Paxton Lynch. And Chad Kelly, to me, even though we haven't seen a lot of Paxton Lynch, Chad Kelly's a guy that I think brings more upside than Paxton Lynch, because Paxton Lynch just can't develop the playbook. He doesn't have the football IQ. He doesn't have great footwork. He doesn't command the huddle. Chad Kelly is a gamer. He's cagey. He can kill you. He's a killer. He went to Alabama. He won that game. He went to the Sugar Bowl and beat them down. He had a 24-3 lead on Alabama. The kid is tough as nails. He won a Division II championship at our favorite school, Scuba, East Mississippi Community College. Now, let's talk about the transgressions of Chad Kelly. One, he got in a fight at his brother's lacrosse game when his brother was getting smacked and really when his brother was getting bullied and attacked by the other team. It was an all-out brawl. He was looking out for his brother, but at the same time, he's Chad Kelly. He's a guy that should have been getting ready for the NFL draft process. Then, Chad Kelly, when he was at Clemson, he was depressed. Cole Stout was the guy. He didn't think that the coaching staff and Chad Morris was reacting to Chad Kelly well. He was a tad immature. He was entitled at that time. Everybody in Buffalo was crowning him as the next great quarterback, as Jim Kelly's nephew, and that got to his head, and he became entitled, immature, and you know what he did? He'll even admit this. He needed the year at community college. He would drink too much. There was one night when he got in a brawl. He was intoxicated outside of a nightclub. It almost ruined his football career. But then Scuba, Mississippi came, Buddy Stevens came, and ever since then, Chad Kelly has been a different cat. He led Ole Miss to championships. Chad won the quarterback job in the summer, and he hasn't looked back since. He's been incredible. He's been very good at Ole Miss, and I love his skill set. This guy has a rocket. This guy can move. He's mobile, and I'd be so much more excited about Broncos football if he was behind center rather than Case Keenum, a guy that has nowhere near the upside of Chad Kelly. Case Keenum's a guy that's a check-down Charlie at the NFL level. Although Case was better in Houston, Case Keenum, a little bit of a game manager type. Chad Kelly can make big-time throws with the football, and I want to see how Chad Kelly can go in this Kubiak offense. I'm so happy he's back in the fold, because with Chad Kelly, he's another one of those guys that sometimes, if they're not in the public eye, if they're not getting a lot of news, if they're not playing football, you start to worry mentally, will Chad Kelly still be as driven? Will he be focused enough to compete for this job? And you don't want to see guys just poof go in the thin air. And today when I saw Denver Broncos, when I went on their website, when I checked my related videos of videos I should watch for YouTube, and Chad Kelly is at the top of the list and he's throwing a football around. I know it's only rookie minicamp, but he's favored to be the backup quarterback in Denver. That would be a huge step in this guy's progression, because as a 7th round pick, nobody wanted him. For him to land in Denver must be a blessing. It must be a blessing for Chad Kelly, and all Broncos fans and NFL fans in general should take note of exactly the skill set that this kid can provide. And I'm excited for Chad. He's got to get the ball out on time. He's got to understand the playbook. He's got to go for reads. He can't take home run shots all the time. But in preseason, I want to see him go versus the twos. I want to see him hit some big throws. I want to see the Broncos coaching staff. I don't want them to dumb it down so that Keenum will win the job. I want Chad Kelly to go in there, and I want him to drive down the field and score at least 2 touchdowns in his opening game. And listen, this is very exciting. I've been texting back and forth with friends about this. Chad Kelly is back. Chad Kelly is ready, and I can't wait to see him in preseason football. Knock on wood for good health for Chad. Stay out of trouble, which he can do. He's a new guy. He's very focused, very similar to that of Garrett Bowles. He's a new guy, and Chad Kelly's going to go and deal at Broncos.